Hello and welcome back to HoI4 with a Mongol campaign. I started really surprised that I started recording this video. Like, am I recording? Is this real life? But yes, it is. Last time I checked. I don't think I need resources right now. I could just produce whatever the fuck I want. I can do a little bit of steel. Alright, yeah, let's just dive back in there. Yesterday's episode was a little bit short and, well, might as well spend some time at least redoing a little bit of work. Alright, let's get India completely built up like that. Right, now, I actually noticed something funky. France just lost large chunks of territory in our last peace deal because it all went back to the Kingdom of Ukraine somehow. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it's not the worst. Also, we are gonna need to build a new fleet. Now the problem is I actually don't know if I can use these ports. Okay, I can. Good. Okay, so that's well, that solves that problem. I wasn't completely sure if I could use the ports here to build our precious little fleet. I should probably actually check. I don't know how France and I are currently in our relationship. But we probably should see if we can start looking for some more modern equipment. So let's just go through the list of destroyers. They will not send me destroyer 4s, and they will not send me destroyer 3s. Yeah, they have very little interest in doing so. So I think we're stuck with the equipment we're currently borrowing from them. That's fine. It's not bad equipment. We can improve on this if we want to. Probably should do that. So we've got destroyers 3 and destroyer series B. So probably should use this series B, which have 1 torpedo upgrade. It's not a lot, to be honest. I don't really care for anti-air, but I think it's not a bad thing. Engine is there. Screening ships, they don't really need much more engine. So let's go for the Mark 3s. Also, that reminds me, if you guys want your... Because I can rename a lot of stuff and also equipment, that kind of stuff. If you guys want your names in the game as a fleet or a ship name or something along those lines, let me know. Because I am willing to take suggestions. Anything, of course, which is highly political. You know, let's not turn into... shit posting. That's basically my only comment. Just want to prevent any outside people that will not understand. Basically, to make a long story short. Anyway, so yeah, if you want your name as a fleet, a ship, got any suggestions along those lines, let me know, and I might pick it up as a suggestion because we can build a lot of variants and that kind of stuff. So. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so let's build a large fleet in a record tempo. Now, what happened when I loaded, by the way, the save game, I got a stability fall. I think that is a redundant event that still existed that should be solved. Alright. Did I move these ports up? I don't know, but now I did, so boop, there we go. We did set up this, so great. And yeah, with that out of the way, good. Can build some more tanks if I want to, because we're gonna need them. So let's just remove this from the list and get some T-51s. MBTs in there. Wait, I've got 2 versions? T-51 tank and T-51... Oh, right, it's a 95... I'm just confusing my... So, this one is a redundant version, so let's just get that away. I don't care about the armored car, and the light tank can also go. Let's see how much do I have left. I've got quite a lot left, actually. Alright, we're running out of chromium. Alright, so we'll trade some chromium. And yeah, speed up that tank production. I think I can add in another tank in the armor division. So let's just do this entire list here, and then let's see. We need about 3,500 of them. That's not too bad. That should be produced actually in probably fairly quickly, 56 days. Yeah, that's quick. We are producing tanks in high quantities in rapid succession, so good for us. Right, Marines, got that upgraded. Got our Marines upgraded, and then I got some space here. This is ahead of time, so let's just not do that. We can get the 9053 tank, but I think I'm gonna skip it and go for the 9055 as the upgrade. Basically. But we should get the artillery upgrades. There we go. Right. Yeah, everything is set up. So what is our next target? It is probably in all likelihood gonna be some clearing around the Persia area. I don't think I want to stick it out though 150,000 people on those borders. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick half of it. Now that I mention it, I don't think I can even. There's no real other border that we even need to pay attention to. Okay, Kingdom of Ukraine. You're part of the Third International, so there is no way to get... Yeah, you are not a target of opportunity. Conquer Turkestan. Yeah, I still don't know exactly what that's going to do. Yeah, this might lead to some serious problems with regards to... By the way, this is not a problem. This is just a stack overflow, in case you don't know it. I don't know exactly why it does that, because the numbers go well good, and this is what interests me as a person or a program, what I do in programming. So the AI, your friendly AI, reads this number as your actual number of infantry equipment, while your infantry reads the actual equipment in storage, which are two different integers. So somehow they are for the value is not. I don't know what. Oh, just did something. Damn blade, always hitting something. So this that I find interesting. So somehow this because it's probably because it's shortened, it's somehow managed to get a minus somewhere in there because the number is too large. I don't know what does it, but I find it funky. All right, I got our night vision. We're working on that. We don't care about that. This is 955. That's ahead of time. That seems a bit redundant. Right, that gets back some time into the in our jets. Okay, you guys suffer equipment issues, I guess. Yeah. All right, let's just fix that a little bit. There we go. There we go. That should hopefully get them up in order. Alright, let's get a new commander. Wow, this is the first commander we have that has a face. Lovely. Wait, does our other navy does not have a commander? No, he does. He just doesn't have a face. Faceless man. Actually, I need 2 light cruisers for that fleet. I don't need them right now, though. Production... light cruisers... into the first fleet. 2 pieces. Thank you very much. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, some tanks are here doing nothing. We have supply issues here. Yeah, we do. Right. How much army do you have, Persia? Not much, so we can keep... you know what? I actually don't know what to do with this army right now. Probably just spread it out a lot. It's I need them somewhere where they are not causing any trouble by being such a large chunk of forces. So we're just gonna spread them around. 95, 102, 105. I can just nicely adding in all these little coastal provinces. That really will speed up the amount of troops we need. And yeah, there we go. Well, that keep them busy. It skips Master's damn front line, which is actually problematic right now. Alright, you guys can push in like that. I could probably just do this with the tanks. Just get some group of tanks here. This is never really good terrain. Most of it is desert and mountain terrain, so Green Army will just spearhead itself right there. That looks fine. It gets us to Tehran and the second biggest city of Baghdad. Fine. Right. This is something I would want to do with my mountaineer, so... Not really anything. Okay, Marines are no longer suffering attrition. I need a little bit of training, though. This guys as well. These guys, well, that's not really surprising as you got new battle tanks. Losing some experience here and there. Okay, cyber modern artillery upgrade is here, and we can get the stability up back to good, and then we'll go back to very good, which is 200 points. Just need to wait for that. And 42 days, we might as well get the new artillery upgrade anyway. So there we go. You guys are ready, you guys are ready, you guys are almost ready, you guys are almost ready, because a lot of them are still moving. Right. Conquer Turkestan has been completed. We can declare war to whom? Available war goal. Oh, Turkestan Khanate. Yeah, they don't exist, because I'm actually getting in the open country list here. So thank you, game, for that one. Both of these are actually fairly awesome for us. I want to do that at some point, but for now I don't think it's that important. So we're going to reclaim Persia, because that's actually our first real war goal. And, well, how is this? This is all mountain territory, so there's no real good way to get in there. Yeah, so we'll just crush Persia real quick, and like I was just like the most normal thing ever. Like, okay, we'll just quickly crush a country, which is fairly large. How about this? But actually don't want it as a regular. I want it as a spearhead. I want to cut off their coastal access. I can go a little bit smaller. I have no real... Just gotta do a little bit of coastal raid. There you go. Yeah, just like that. We'll cut off a lot of their trade possibilities with foreign nations. How many light tanks do we have left? Enough, I would say. More than enough. After the war, we'll upgrade our our tank divisions again. Okay. So these guys are ready. I think there is no real... They don't have a fleet, do they? No. So I could probably do this with the current navy that's there present. First though, Persia. Then we'll connect it up here. And yeah, so get the first things out of the way first. Alright, it is 1945 already. Jesus. Well, let's get support weapons then. Our infantry will be strong and powerful. Oh, we just hit 1945. There we go. You can stop training. I think you guys are all ready. Yep, stop training. But we don't have a theorist, because that could really help with some passive ticking of army experience. And we're not at war for that long at a time. Okay, so there's some supply issue in certain points. Damn it. Okay, let's see. Okay, that move all those up. This is all repairs, probably in... Yep, stuff where I haven't stationed any forces. What a surprise! Oh, I can't wait for this war with Russia to be done. I am done with it, though. It's just such an annoying little bastard of a war, just sticking, you know, in the back. Alright, mountain infantry is ready. That gets my infantry, I think. Ooh, this is desert and jungle. We're actually about to fight in some desert, so... Probably arrives after the fact, but hey. Let's see. I think we're fully up to date here. Yeah, 1954. Let's so those numbers are wrong, I guess. No, we could do some work here. That's a year ahead of time. Then there's some work left here, 1955. So we're not there yet. Yeah, I'm fairly happy. With 1955, we're also going to start moving on to the T-55s. Currently, we're using T-51s. I'm just using the way Russians do it. Sort of. T-34 was named after the year it was developed. I think. Actually, I don't know. The original plans may be drawn up. I actually have no clue. Might just literally be the number of the project type, like Our support 20% is pretty nice, but is there anything really I would need? Not really. Might as well research the modern armored skirts. It takes 51 days. Seems to be fairly quick, and now you know, get the advantage that we got there. We can get there. We're growing in manpower pool. That's pretty damn nice. So there's not really much we have to worry about. We're gonna reclaim Persia, and we can strike at the Caucasus, but interesting. We only okay. So I clicked away the war goals. So that's why we don't get it. We have an annex war goal. Potential enemies, none. So go, go, go. All of you, just strike through. And please strike true. And a lot of stuff is being moved away from the border. 70 days. It seems a little bit excessive. I don't think I can do this in 70 days. However, my tanks seem to have zero care about it. Like, give zero shits about the enemy. Well, that's great, actually. Some heart attack might start coming in handy. It's not really one of those things, right? Like, is it necessary yet? Well, just get our divisions upgraded first, I guess. Soon I might also start looking at the engineering upgrades, because they are right here. Because you can research right through them, and that's the reliability. Keeps problematic, actually. Yeah, well, it goes down, but it is a decent attack on fort and cities, and I think we might gonna need that when we go to war with the Third International. I think all the bonuses we can get is good. It's not really that I'm running out of equipment here. Upgrading, or mostly using resources or old weapons. So good. So heart attack is gonna help? Nah, not really, I think. Not right now. Yeah, let's just go for the recon companies and that kind of stuff first, and just see if we can push in. There's our desert clothing, so we've got that bonus going on, and then we'll just get the field hospitals. Supply groups would also be nice right now. So in 18 days we could start working on that. Tanks are like our biggest force in taking down our enemies. They seem to be really having like no trouble. Especially in these open terrain fights that we have here. This is like open, luscious terrain. Like in desert, I think they might suffer some issue. Shouldn't be that much. So let's see. There's some... Did we pull in any other forces? No. Oh wait, that's still a war. No, that's still Persia. Persia not even considered a major in this war. Like, it's your own damn war, buddy. And you're not considered a major? Now, I saw German forces here, and I was like, and some Kingdom of Siam. Okay, so I think it's time that we send in everything. Just drive over there. There we go. Attacking from all sides. Get into Baghdad. And, there's a modern armored side skirts. And then we probably can do the same thing for the modern camo panels. But let's get our supply companies first. Or logistic companies. Get that little upgrade in there. I think we can also start the preparations and striking at the Caucasus. So what's left? Not much, really. So yellow lost, I think, or they don't really have much of their front line left. So you can just go here and strike at this. Then I want green to get in here and strike here with the continuation attack up there. Now I need to... Oh! Let's see, can I get the green? There we go. I think that should work in theory. Anyway, well, just go. And let's see. We have, I think, barely enough forces to even do this attack here, but tanks are cleaning up now. Our infantry seems to be fairly redundant. It's just there to break heavy defended areas. I think most of it can be done by our tanks these days. Like, this is where you would want to use some specialized infantry divisions, because our tanks are... Stick with me. Our tanks will run into some trouble. Like, that's not a big surprise, to be honest. How far towards capitulation are you? You're nearly done. Okay, so we just need to literally drive into this place and then we should be done. That's 5 points. Then there's another 5 points here. So why don't you go over there? This is mountainous area again, so this is actually our tanks. Have massive debuffs, but they're still just crushing the infantry. So that's rather good. That's rather grand. A little bit of army experience, which is rather nice, to be honest. There we go, another 5 points here. Well, if you guys can arrive sooner, that would be great. These armies can barely defend their own lands, man. Okay, there we go. That's definitely it. Engineering companies are ready. And Persia, taking all the states, ending the turn, and we're done. That's that added onto it. So, yay us, I guess. And then we're gonna just set the army right here. There we go. So, let's just create these front lines. No, that's not what I want. Wrong hotkey. Okay. That's the weirdest line I've drawn in years. There we go. Alright, there we go. And might as well, I think, set up a tank core right there. It should not be like a redundant thing. Okay, just striking quickly to the top. You guys just set up on the Turkish border for now. Alright. Let's we're starting at the Caucasus, so we're nearly done with that, and we are gonna build some infrastructure, as always. Surprised these countries haven't done it themselves yet. Okay, that should help with the infrastructure issues. There we go. Continuing with military occupation. Yep. Thank you very much. And we can get our maintenance companies. And I think that's all of our... Yep, that's all of our support divisions ready to rumble. That's rather great. And yeah, these small countries, we don't need the big, massive, chunky little army. And ooh, we're building these ships in fairly quickly. Kind of glad to see that going so well. So we're nearly done with destroyers. So when these are done, the heavy cruisers will roll in. Okay, there's our recon companies. Great. And yeah, we can get our tank research on. The next one is in 1955, so we'll pick that probably up in 1955. I also kind of want to start banking some army experience, so I might want to keep the Red Army training indefinitely for now. Just to get the experience. That's 1955. This is all... This is definitely not something we really need. It does boost, I think, the ship construction speed as well, but... Not really. So let's get the heart attack. We can punch through any armor we can get across a little bit better. Because we're not using like any additions as in tank destroyers for our armor divisions. But the hard and soft attack is already out of this world, so is it really necessary to run a couple of tank destroyers and some support artillery perhaps? But I don't think so, not right now. They are a lot slower than I thought. Let's take a look at it. So these have a speed of 13, so something is slowing them down. 14, 15, then might be my trucks. Speed of 12, speed of 8, speed of 16. Yeah, I might want to start running mechanized with them. So declare... Okay, yeah, that's one of the riskier ones. So you're a risk. You're not a risk. There we go. Okay, so that's green and you go. These tanks even just black. See, this is why where tanks struggle, where the engineering companies could do a little bit of work, I guess. There we go. Azerbaijan is now ours. I have a war goal on you. Okay, the tanks can't do this. Not purely the tanks. That's gotta be suicide for them. So you are national populist. I don't know who's gonna help you with that, but just declare the war. It's fine. We'll set up the tanks as well. Not gonna push them in though. So there we go. Just there to stop them from moving out. Wow. Just this tiny piece of land is costing me 100 political power. Jesus Christ. I'll just generate a couple of points with me and yeah, we're gonna take as much time as we want. So then there's just the Georgians left, but they will, in all likelihood, join with the Third International. So France, you have... So whatever I would ask to join, I would have radical socialist needs to be greater than 30%. Alright, let's keep that in mind. You are totalist, you're not a radical socialist, I think. Yeah, so there might be a chance that they cannot join. That would be something though if a smart person would check. But you're asking, you know, do you think the key word here is in the statement, a smart person would check. Okay, that's Armenia done. Okay, you can set up here. Go there, and yeah, the rest of you can just go wherever. Right, ships in low strength. Wait, you got hit by something? You fought on a small Persian fleet. Well, we got some losses though. 7 destroyers. Wow, 6 light cruisers and 1 heavy cruiser. There you go. Madras seems to be like a perfect port for you. So let's see. 7, 6, 1. Light cruiser 3. That's a bit too much. 4. And then that's 2 3s, I'm sorry. 6 and a heavy cruiser. There we go. Alright, got that set up. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Probably should just speed research through the flamethrowers and everything. I'm starting to notice more and more forts being built everywhere, so it might be a good time. Alright, we'll continue with military occupation. We're gonna wait a couple of days to lower the chance that we're gonna risk running into a stability hit. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to start looking at mechanized to support our main battle tank. So what is our... because we've got some speed slowdown in our divisions. So our divisions are running at 11, so something here is causing the max speed of 11. Replacing this entire group would not change the speed. So the speed is actually determined currently by the main battle tank. Or, wait, it might be the light tank that's currently slow. Is that the case? Might be. This might be a bit overkill, but I think our production can handle it. No, it is the main battle tank that's currently the slowest aspect of this army group. Continue with military occupation. Not gonna do that just yet, so I think we're done in this tree. Let's just do a little bit of naval production. Yeah, we're getting there. 54 days of flamethrower research. You know. Okay, so Turkey is unable to join. So I was actually surprised that they didn't join. Oh wait, Turkey might have joined here. So who's the lead of Authorian Democrat requires greater than 30. So that would be possible. I think though we genuinely need to check if Azerbaijan can join a faction. They should have a threat, you know. This just should be I shouldn't really feel that well about about it. Okay, so that's the only war declaration I can do. Let's just do this the simple way. Instead of just doing all kinds of funky crap, let's just save. Everything is ready, everybody's ready to go, everybody's roaring to go. We'll just declare the war, annex. If they join in with a faction, we're dead. We'll deal with it. They can't. Okay, good. Alright. They might have some talks with the French, but not really gonna help you when you're already dead. Done. Alright. Yeah, mountaineers, you can stack up on the border here as well. We're gonna split our tanks into 2 groups. So from here, see if you can strike out quick and fast on that coastline. I just want them to take the coasts. There we go, and you guys, we're gonna change your staging grounds slightly. There we go. And I want you to go and blitzkrieg to right here, but once again, it's gonna be a coastal blitz. There we go, nearly done. Just need to get the final. Alright, that seems to work. Alright, got everything ready, and then we'll just need the regular Mountaineers troops to march through Turkey. That's a regular attack. You can actually just... when they march in, what do we get? So they will take the entirety of Turkey. These guys, when they go... That's their plan. That's their plan. That seems to support them initially, and then they just cut off the entire coast. That kind of works for me. We just a little bit more like that. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we could fabricate on Turkey if we want to. They might join in with the Axis. We'll continue the occupation if you don't mind. I'll take the bloody hit if it is necessary. Alright, we've got a little bit of a deficit of that. Well, that's not a problem. I'll take the bloody hit if necessary. Just quit naval production for a second. And there we go. I'm actually going to end the episode here. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.